All right, fun question for us today. Why do most recruiting agencies suck? You might have worked with a few recruiting agencies to hire for your team before, and the odds are this wasn't a positive experience. Why do I say this? Well, let's look at the industry statistics for contingent searches. Between 75 to 80% of contingent searches are not filled. These are the no win, no fee searches. In other words, for every 4 or 5 searches that are opened, only one is complete. Why is this? Well, it's really a combination of things, right? So the first one is there's no commitment from the company that's hiring. So often recruiters work on roles that are not important and they'll get canceled at the last minute. Now, these recruiters aren't dumb. A lot of contingent recruiters make a lot of money, right? They are really smart about how they think about their time and their energy. And what they're going to do is they're going to prioritize 20 to 30% of the searches that they're working on that are easiest to fill. It's really easy to bring on, a new contingent business. After all, hey, you'll pay nothing unless you make a fee is a pretty good pitch. But what that means is every single search that is deemed too hard just gets ignored. And your search, it's probably fallen into the too hard basket. Now, the too hard basket, what do I mean when I talk about that? Well, we're looking for a few things, right? We are looking at any sort of niche skill set when you're looking within a defined geography outside of a really major metropolitan. If your company does not want to pay market or above market, too hard. If you're at a company that no one has ever heard of, if you're looking at this list and you're thinking, hey, none of these are true for me, well, in that case, contingent search might be a really good solution for you. But as I mentioned earlier, there's a reason only 1 in 5 contingent searches close, right? Most companies, especially when they're looking for a role, they are going to fall into the too hard basket for one of these reasons. So one of the real questions you have to ask yourself is, do you want your recruiter to work for you, or do you want them to be working, with the candidate more in mind, right? So a contingent firm, that approach is more focused on the candidate. We want to get that candidate into as many opportunities as possible, as quickly as possible, because we're playing a bit of a numbers game, right? We just need one of these interviews to work out. Not the right background, who cares? We need to get those interview numbers up, right? If I'm going to close, let's just do some activity math here. If I can close 1 out of the 5 searches on my desk, and on average, I need to submit 5 candidates to each search, I need to set up 25 first interviews. Now, as I said earlier, it's really easy to bring on contingent work. So in this scenario, your time as a client, it doesn't matter to me. I don't actually really care about it. So the hiring manager, right, when they are working with contingent recruiters, is going to commodify the recruiter. Hey, you're just another contingent firm. We've got 4 of them working on the search. They don't feel bad about wasting the recruiter's time at all. But what they don't realize is the recruiter is using the exact same logic on that hiring manager. Oh, I don't care. I've got 12 other roles that I'm working on right now. I think 3 of those roles are going to close. And this guy, the company's not that great, so I don't care about wasting their time. So let's just, change the dynamic, and let's talk about a different part of the business, right? Where we don't take this kind of logic. Because I was talking to a CEO recently. The CEO wanted to hire 1 to 2 account executives as soon as possible. And he said to me, my sales advisor says I should sign on lots of contingent recruiters and see what I get through the door. I mean, let's extrapolate this to a few other business problems. I want to hire 20 sales advisors and I want them to build my outbound, sequence. The person who gets the job will be the one who does it the fastest. Or I would like to hire 20 accountants because I need to do my tax returns. I'm only going to pay the fastest accountant though. Is this a very good way to incentivize quality? I mean, just think about it, right? So, the immediate side effect here is actually pretty bad for you as the hiring manager because, really what you're doing is you're hiring a recruiter to save you time from wasting, hours speaking with bad candidates. Instead, what you do is like, I honestly, I don't get it. If you're going to bring on a whole lot of contingent recruiters, why not just cut out the middleman, run LinkedIn job ads yourself and qualify the 500 people who have clicked easy apply? Why bother with the fee? It's the exact same approach. So let's talk about what changes when you pay an upfront fee. Well, at my last company, I ran, a whole lot of numbers on this because we started contingent. And then we moved to requiring an upfront fee with every client that we brought on. I compiled the numbers for the year before we did that and the year we made that change. This was 2017, 2018. Our client list halved, but our number of placements went up. Our average number of placements went through the roof. It was a win for everyone. The candidates got a far better experience. The clients spent way less time in useless interviews, and they hired more with less operational hassle. And then as recruiters, we won, right? We went from closing 1 out of 5 searches to closing 9 out of the 10 searches on our desk. We saved so much time, but importantly, everyone won here. We were less frazzled. We had time to do research. We could focus on getting fewer, higher quality candidates in the door. Now, that's the way that I recruit. It's the only way that I recruit. But obviously, you might have some questions. If you'd like, I've got a calendar link in the in the description below. If you'd like to talk about what that would look like for your business, book some time and we can see if it makes sense for what you're trying to do. Cheers.